Today we will be looking at the biggest symbiotes that have been showcased in movies, comics and other media as well. First of all, symbiotes are amorphous living entities that need to bond with a host in order to become whole, and in the process enhances the merged entity's powers as well as bring forth new ones. So these symbiotes don't have an exact size since they can shapeshift and adjust their sizes according to situations, but then again, it has limits. So we will showcase 7 of the biggest that have been seen so far in ascending order. So let's get to it. Number 7. Carnage. First on this list we have the son of Venom, which is none other than Carnage, and although normally in the range of 8 to 10 feet tall, Carnage has a great ability of extending his size and grow exponentially by spreading his constituent matter like virtually in all directions. But the biggest form that we have seen of him so far is in the latest movie, Venom Let There Be Carnage. And in the final scenes of his battle with Venom, he actually grew to be around 20 meters tall, like around 65 feet, and could have been more if he needed to be. Number 6. The Symbiote Dragons. Knull, the god of the symbiotes, during his initial war with the Celestials and creation, managed to create wyverns out of the abyss, and they are called symbiote dragons, like Grendel and the World Killer. Powerful enough to kill most gods, these symbiote dragons were used as everything from mounts to weapons of mass destruction capable of annihilating entire civilizations, and their constituent living abyss could be used to smother entire planets or infect gods and mortals alike. They are normally in the 100 feet range. Number 5. Gigantic Venom. Well, what's a symbiote list without Venom in it? Venom normally is in the range of 7 to 9 feet tall, but he became so much more in one of his recent appearances. But before that, he had already became Giant Venom and rivaled the size of the Frost Giants in issue 14. But in issue 34 of the recent Venom comics, Venom and Eddie came back from the hive mind of the symbiotes and chose the size of a gigantic Godzilla-sized symbiote, being several stories tall, able to kill the big symbiote dragons by squishing them with his hands. Number 4. The Celestial Symbiotes. Knull in the recent King in Black comics was revealed to have killed quite a number of Celestials and infected them with the symbiotes. These symbiote Celestials were called down to Earth to fight the Avengers and many of the world's heroes during his invasion. And since we do know that the Celestials tend to normally be in the size range of 2000 feet or 600 meters tall, so we can also come to a conclusion that these symbiote Celestials are in the same size range. They became one of the deadliest symbiotes ever, but they lack the power of the Celestials. Number 3. Iron Man Celestial Extrembiote. Originally one of the army of the symbiote dragons brought down by the symbiote god Knull during his invasion of Earth, a symbiote was targeted by Iron Man, and using a dose of the techno-organic virus Extremis, Iron Man attempted to rewrite the symbiote's DNA to sever its connection to the Knull's hive. In the process of subduing the symbiote, the creature infused itself to Iron Man's armor and became the Extrembiote. Iron Man used the Extrembiote to hijack control of one of the Celestials and use it against Knull, thus becoming a unique Celestial symbiote. Number 2. Knull. Yes, of course, Knull, the creator of the symbiotes itself, is in this list, and he has extreme control of the symbiote constituent matter and can transform into and wield it as an extension of himself in many instances. But while he is a god of the void, he is not the primordial darkness itself. If he was, then he would have been infinite in size. But even so, during the King in Black issues, when he invaded Earth, his symbiote constituent matter covered the entire planet and trapped the world in darkness. So that was his biggest size as of yet, the size of Earth. And number 1. The All Black. All Black was the first symbiote and was created from the dark god Knull's shadow and tempered with the divine force of a killed Celestial. All Black was primarily a sword composed of living darkness wielded by Knull during the evil god's demented rampage, giving it the nicknames the Necrosword and the God Slayer. All Black has in the past bonded with Galactus, turning him into the Butcher of Worlds, and with Ego the Living Planet, turning him into the Necro World, therefore becoming a symbiote with the size of a planetary range in the case of Ego and in the cosmic scale in the case of Galactus. So yeah, that's all I have about the biggest symbiotes, and if there is another entry, then do share it with us in the comments section below. So anyway, with that we come to the end of the video. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe to be a part of the MindQ family. But most of all, smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos right here on this channel. Till the next one, take care fam.